I swear I've heard so many newbies say, how hard could sneaker copying be? All you need to do is buy a bot, run it, and voila, you've got yourself a fresh pair of kicks. If only it would be that simple. Sneaker copying may seem like a lucrative business, but trust me, sneakerheads face many dangers and lots of frustration in the game. Chances are you have no idea what those are yet. But don't worry, because that's what we're explaining in this video. The most frustration comes from finding a bot that best suits your needs. Why? The truth is, bots that are designed to cop from the most demanding targets, such as Supreme, Shopify, or Nike stores, are expensive. They can run anywhere from $250 to $400, and that is only if you're lucky enough to get one at a retail price. That's right, getting a bot may be just as hard, or even harder to buy, than the most hype shoes that you want. Just like sneakers, bots are released in limited quantities and rarely restock. So let's say that you've done extensive research, watched this video that we made on the best sneaker bots, and have your eyes set on the best tool for you. Then you check its website and social media, only to find out that the bot is sold out and no restock is in the picture. You probably decide to vent your frustration on Reddit, Discord, or Twitter, only to notice that there's plenty of people offering to lend or sell the exact bot that you're looking for. Eager to start cooking, you don't think much and transfer your money, only to fall victim to an elaborate scam. Ouch. How do these scams usually work? Well, here's the thing. When you buy a bot, you'll receive a license key along with it, but the previous owner has a way of revoking it. How? By using Discord. There are many bots out there that have to be bound with a Discord account for them to work. It allows you to reset the key whenever you start using the bot on a different device. So if you buy a bot from a scammer, they will log into the bound Discord account and reset the key, completely taking away your access to the bot. With bots being so hard to get, the scammers are taking every opportunity they get to steal money from unsuspecting and often quite desperate victims. That's the number one danger even the most experienced sneakerheads face. Here's a quick tip to keep yourself safe when buying a bot from a reseller. Find out if the bot that you're buying allows you to unbind the original account, and make sure to bind it with yours immediately after the purchase. In case that it does not, you should only buy the bot if the seller agrees to sell the associated Discord account as well. Let's talk about other dangers you may face. Rare restocks and not knowing how to keep yourself safe from scammers when buying bots in the secondary market may push you to get to cracked bots on places like eBay. They're particularly tempting for being easily accessible and surprisingly cheap, but don't be fooled. There's a lot to lose here, such as your billing profiles. After all, you never know whether you're actually getting a bot or malware. And let's not forget that cracked bots rarely offer updates. These are crucial because most stores frequently change their security measures to keep bots at bay, which means that without updates, your cracked bot can become quickly useless. And if you don't know any better, you might decide on getting an always in stock bot. While these bots are not likely to scam you or steal your data, you should avoid them either way. Why? Because they usually don't work with the most popular targets, or are very slow, which makes them a waste of money. Now, don't get me wrong, there are several bots with some pretty consistent performances, such as the AIO bot, but if you want to get a W, you'll need something more reliable. One last thing that we suggest to watch out for is free proxies. I know that you may want to cut some corners after dishing out hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a bot, but free proxies just aren't worth it. Just like cracked bots, free proxies may contain malware that will steal your data. Another important reason is that free proxies are usually very slow, because they're used by many different people at once. Not to mention that free proxy pool is ridden with abused IPs, which only means that you can get blocked as soon as you enter the raffle at the store. Just don't risk it. Better to get trustworthy proxies to increase your chances. Go ahead and check out this video we made about sneaker proxies. It will explain everything you need to know about them. Not knowing what truly lies ahead when you begin copying may have bad consequences. However, we're not trying to discourage anyone. Ultimately, it comes down to how well you are prepared for certain challenges. So, how do you do sneaker botting safely and avoid these common dangers? Well, it's time to discuss that. First of all, you should think of joining a cook group. What's a cook group? It's a community where sneakerheads gather to share news, resale dates, in addition to providing tips and tricks on how to cop. To avoid repeating myself, I recommend that you watch this detailed guide on getting started with cook groups. Trust me, it will answer a lot of questions that you may have. Why are cook groups important for botting? If you join a good one, it will become your primary source for recommendations on who to trust when buying a bot from a reseller. And if you didn't already know, group buys are a thing. Not only will they allow you to split the cost, but you also have a bigger chance of getting a bot that you want, since many developers prefer to sell their bots to reputable groups rather than some randoms. The main thing to keep in mind that you shouldn't get frugal when picking out a group. Yes, cook groups cost money, but they're totally worth it. Not keen on buying a bot via a cook group? Then don't worry, there are other options. Probably the best solution is using a middleman service. When buying through a middleman, that person will receive access to your bot, check if it's fully functional, and pass it on to you once the reseller confirms they received the payment. This service prevents scams on both parts. There are 2 middlemen that we suggest that you check out. The first one is Bot Broker. Well, to be fair, Bot Broker is technically not a middleman, but it does work in a similar way. This service provides many popular bots, such as Cyber AIO, Dasher, Wrath, and so on. To buy a bot, all you have to do is pick one from its lengthy listing. Then you can either buy instantly or place a bid. After you pay for the bot, there's no need to wait for the seller to hand it over straight to you. You can download it straight away and you're ready to cop. Usually on Bot Broker, you will be able to buy either a lifetime copy or a renewal copy. Lifetime copy means that you'll be able to use the bot for, well, a lifetime. And with a renewal copy, you'll have to pay every 3 or 6 months just to continue to use the bot. If you're just starting out, it makes sense to buy a renewal copy. But if you opt for a lifetime copy, you can always resell it on Bot Broker for a fee. Another option? Tidal. It's like a Discord marketplace. What I like about Tidal is that it's much cheaper than Bot Broker. Tidal memberships cost $9.49 every 3 months. Then there are middleman fees. If you're buying a bot under $1,000, then you'll be paying $7 for the service, while bots over 1K will cost you an additional $12. For trading, you'll pay $19. Keep in mind that the buyer doesn't have to be the one paying for the middleman services. It all depends on what you'll agree on with the seller. For more details on pricing and how everything works, I suggest looking around Tidal's pricing and README channels. Let's take a quick look at how Tidal works. The first step is to sign up for the Discord group. Then you'll find a person selling the bot that you want. Your next step should be to DM that person to negotiate the price. Once you agree on the deal, you should open up a ticket within the Discord group, and a Tidal employee will help complete the purchase by becoming a middleman. The seller will give your bot to the middleman, and you'll be expected to transfer the money. Once the seller confirms that you paid, then the middleman will hand the bot to you. Both of these are very good ways to buy a bot. The main differences are that Tidal will probably cost you less and offer a bigger selection of bots. But keep in mind that these services don't offer all possible bots, so check them both out if you have a specific one in mind. I hope this advice will help you to stay safe while copping and avoid losing your money. But before you start, make sure that you watch the rest of our videos related to sneaker copping to get yourself ready. See you in the next video.